Hi there, viewers and gamers alike out there, and welcome back for more of Gacha Memories, the visual novel. This game is rated T for teens. This is Alliance Teen only, not Alliance Youth, okay? So, Alliance Teen ages 14 and up. Up, okay? So ask for your parents' permission to log on for YouTube, okay? Such as, because I'd rather be strict. Okay, plus I want to keep in the between of Alliance Youth and Alliance Teen of this entire community. So here we go. We're doing Naomi's route this time, since I did Mitsuko's route and now it's Naomi's. So Naomi called my name. As I approach school, I hear a familiar voice calling my name. I turn in the direction of the call to see Naomi approaching me. What happened to my arm? Okay, so what happens if I decided to stay back on Earth and not get involved with Soul? Instead, so I'm gonna choose like 2 or 3 routes here. What happened to my arm? So her expression shifted into one of worry, making me feel a little bad. Well, I got hurt. Well, what happened yesterday? I'm not gonna try to lie to her. Well, now how do I explain this? Should I tell the truth or should I try to play it down? It's related to what I had to do yesterday after I left you. Do you want me to take me to the infirmary is what you're saying? No need. The others already took care of basic first aid. I just need to let it heal naturally. So yeah, I'm a right-hander. Sorry, senpai. I'll tell you later in the council room. Yes, I still wanted to help you out after all. Well, thankfully, my dominant arm didn't get hurt, so I can still help out with council work. Senpai, it's okay. It's not that bad. My arm is not actually broken, just bruised. Well, yes. Darn. Okay, that's what Sailor Mars would say. In the name of Mars, I would chastise you. But I would hear that from Christina V's voice acting. Well, at least I can try to help her out when I'm there then. Alright, senpai, but don't get stressed over my well-being. It's not that serious. It is, but I won't tell her that. I don't want to see her and another friend worried for my sake. I mean, come on! I don't want to make females worry. I can't say KID or GIRL no more. So that's it. That's all. That's it. I just cannot say those. I can say it in letters. Yeah. That's it. I said Alliance Teen and up, and not Alliance Youth, which is lower. Okay, so this is Alliance Teen, 14 and up. Oh boy, yeah. But still in the comment section below, tell me, we stand together as one big family community. We stand together, we rise and fall together, because we want to stand up whether we move on or not. But we want to move on, no matter what the cost. I already said it's alright, Senpai. I'm not made of glass, you know. I'll see you later, Senpai. As I look at Naomi entering school, I decided to follow her before it gets any later. My arm is hurting, but it shouldn't get in the way of schoolwork too much. At least this I want to have. Some of my classmates asked me what happened, even Cuckoo and Ally, but I just told them that I got hit by a car and broke my arm. Ow, I've been a cast. Cuckoo and Ally haven't bought it at the slightest, but didn't press further even though they seemed worried about me. They respected my privacy and just wished a fast recovery for me. Other than that, classes went as usual, although I had some difficulty unpacking and packing my things with only one arm. But aside the occasional jolt of pain, it wasn't that much of an inconvenience. And as the classes came to an end, I took my things and headed towards the council room. So, we're helping out Naomi Senpai. Naomi's Route is the name of the episode. This is episode 12, if you want to know. Episode 12. She is letting her concerns show, but doesn't seem as worried as before. I'm fine, Senpai. Just had some trouble doing things one-armed. Well, I took a seat in front of her. Sweet! Really? Is there truly no paperwork to be done today? Woo! You're the best, Senpai. Couldn't say Naomi out loud, but I'm just saying that in my head. If there's anything I can do to... Yes, I'll let you know. Senpai, when did I become someone that she would worry over so much? It's heartwarming, but also makes me feel a little guilty. You don't actually have to worry about it anymore. I left the situation for Looney to take care of. I tell her all about it. This is why I do my own method voice acting. Do you guys understand, for those who are watching the video? I mean, without method voice acting for videos, what's to watch? I mean, come on, what's to watch? Nothing. Anyways, we're moving on and we stand together. I guess there's no harm in it. I told Naomi everything. Well, I left out the whole being erased from bug attacks thing, but I still told her about what's happening in our dimension and Looney and the others' decision to keep me on Earth for my own safety. Essentially, Looney will be taking care of everything from her home on Gacha Moon, but because of what happened twice already, I'm forbidden from using my teleport ability to visit them, at least until the situation is solved. So, because they're trying to solve this huge problem, but they will defeat Soul as a matter for that time being. Just because you think Soul is not in part of Naomi's route, think again. He's also in part of this, where he sent out those ridiculous cubic numbers. Well, I do like my regular life too, after all. Oh, yes, as long as I follow the map and stay away from the red areas or from alleys where they tend to appear. On that note, I would also like you to avoid deserted areas if you can, Senpai. It's been dangerous lately. You can actually loathe passing by deserted areas even as you're powerful as you are right now as a unit. You got mugged? As in she got robbed by some person who wants to get lunch money. Something like that. You sent flying with your fan? It turns out that your other self hates criminals more than school troublemakers. Oh yeah, because she had that side effect from that corruption 3 months ago. She sent the mugger flying? Wow, I pay to see that. That is so great. I can't say COOL and no FUNs and no other whatsoever. It's just, I can use some 80s slang, but that's all I can think of. There's some other words like mondo or tubular or radical or whichever works. And don't want to go with the others because I could, there's 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s because I don't know everything. I thought you didn't like using your powers much. Wow, increase stamina so you can work longer and without stressing yourself as much? Let's see, unlike, well, Aoi, who has control over water, because she, when I summoned her as a unit, she goes in a, you know, swimsuit in a pool. Okay, swimsuit in the pool. Okay, so you have my swim shorts. I have a swim short, and I go into the pool and dive underwater, do swimming exercises. So she is actually using what she got to work harder? Man, she truly is diligent. Really, Senpai? You using your powers to increase study time? I never thought of doing that myself. Okay, I gotta sound more like kid-like, because even though you're older, but you can still sound like a teenager. Close. Free time is good after all. I mean, some people actually die from overworking. Oh, what do you have in mind, Senpai? Chess? I have a bad feeling about this. That's a reference from you-know-where. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh, come on. You know what movie I'm talking about. Even, you know, from LucasArts or Lucasfilms. And yes, I know what it is. From there on, Naomi managed to thoroughly demolish me in 10 different ways in 10 matches. Afterwards, we found ourselves going home together, chatting admissibly along the way as we reached the intersection that separated the way to our houses. We bid each other farewell for the day. I know there's other parts that you have to do with Naomi's route, but since I kinda cut the parts like somewhat halfway, which is good, and yay! Which makes me wonder why her council mates keep ditching her. All those days I have been with her, I haven't seen a single one coming to the council room as much as say hi. I mean, really? Anyway, I take out my UGPS from my pocket. I need to watch out for possible anomalies after all. How weird. I can swear I saw a red area appear near here in the map, but it vanished. It's just in the route Naomi normally takes. But it's gone. It wasn't long since we parted. She couldn't have possibly arrived by that area in just a few minutes, could she? Should I investigate Naomi with, Naomi is strong enough by herself, to be honest, being one of my strongest units, but her real personality is not exactly that of a fighter. But if I do, I might put myself in the danger Looney and the others wish that I avoid, and I don't know if my presence in one of those areas might interfere with Looney's work or not. Okay, if you choose to investigate, you save Naomi. But if you choose to leave it be, then you get the bad ending, and it's game over. But in other words, you lose and you have to start all over again from where you picked up, from where you left off in that checkpoint. If you want to save, yes, but if you want to leave it be, you're going to get a game over, which is a bad ending. So do not go to leave it be or else. We're going to investigate. Forget it. Naomi's my best friend and I can't leave her behind. I should go investigate whatever's going on. So, okay, this is Naomi talking, not me. Of course, there is two of her sides. This is her normal self, and the other self, which is kind of like dark colored with rainbow. If you want, you'll see. You'll get what I mean. So she's not very much, even not spent a lot of time with a dear friend, and she said the only one who is still sticking with me. She said the others all abandoned her, slackers, and she should discipline them. Wow. Yeah, that's her other self. Yeah, the voice of her other self, the personality that she acquired from the corruption that is still sticking with her, and the side effect from being infected with a terrible disease. Only Cuckoo has that, but it's a yandere personality. Only this time Naomi's personality is kind of different than Cuckoo's corruption personality, so I'm not saying it's not the same, but it's almost similar, but not the same. Okay, it's like, yeah, she can only imagine what it's like for poor Cuckoo. So she's saying this alter ego of hers only really makes her really hate breaches of discipline or of rules and to be annoyed at slackers. It also drives her to work harder for her dreams, so it's really more beneficial than this. Still having the voice on her one's head, which is hers, can be she can say this annoying sometimes. Okay. And okay, now that is the dark color of her other self. That is her other self. You see in the green, which is her normal self. The other self is the dark colored one, is right there. She's saying it's not as if this makes me crazy. It makes me work harder, then it's not bad. So she doesn't really like to talk directly, though, and it really does feel like she's thinking this stuff by herself. Like, whoa. She feels her body's moving to its own to avoid a person. It's like, yeah. She should pay the proper attention to avoid causing trouble to others, or she can't help it. She has to do her best to apologize. Yeah, thanks for the save. Yes, you get the other Naomi, or I don't know what it called, Dark Naomi, or the other Naomi. I mean, she's like hardcore Naomi. She said you can brood all you want when you're on your bed. Oh my gosh, it's like it's like she has OCD. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like Spider-Man is talking himself inside his head. Remember when I said about the incident remember what happened to those chapters about taking Mitsuko's route and fighting against Soul? Well, guess what? It's happening again, only this time Soul is not in it, but only his strongest minions and warriors are. Oh boy, yeah. Why is she suddenly in an alley? Oh boy, I think both of these Naomi's inside her is absolutely know what's going on. Even if she tries to get out, there are no exits. It's been like, you go through that exit, but it still takes you back to the same alley or the same place. Yeah, following your own advice, Naomi, the giant paper fan appears on your right hand looking like any other frail paper, but it's anything but. Oh, they are ready to get whacked for those, from Soul's minions. S-O-L. Uh-oh. They're the same, there they are, those same cubes all over again. It's Soul's army. That's right, those are the cubes that I did mention. And her other self, which is, from that corruption, says, and that made me mad. So the fear went away slightly, and in turn she got some courage. Thanks, your evil self, but they are multiplying, appearing from the ground. Oh my. And yes, now they're starting to attack. Right now. Oh boy. 3 down. It seems her attacks are strong enough to destroy those things instantly. But there's still more. Taking her the initiative with her this time, she used her strength to dash forwards, and she hit the ground with enough strength to send rocks flying everywhere, destroying many of the cubes at once. But there's many more. Soul's army. Unbelievable. So she jumped away to avoid being hammered by multiple cubes at once, making them all hit the ground. Using her strength, she pushed the air behind her to gain momentum. And they keep coming back for more. Oh no. Yeah, I did mention about their fusing together, making the fusion ha. And yeah, even if she does try to retreat, there is no escape out of that anomaly, and she is trapped. Like I said, she is trapped. No way out, no entrance, no exit, no escape. No way out. Oh boy. Soul's strongest warriors of Soul's army. My goodness. My other self, I think I know how to fight better than I do. So she lets her other self, who has the better half, will go at full power. So she managed to deflect some sort of tentacle of the spear through at her, but suddenly it launched a dozen of them, like octopus arms or something. She threw her fan as hard as she could towards that giant spear, and she must have heard it, so she just keep this up and make another fan appear in her hand and start whacking away the things that's shooting at her. She's saying this time she managed to tear a big hole in its body, but now while it's distracted, a big chunk of big chunk of goo, which you don't see goo, which I'm glad there is no goo. It exploded everywhere where there is no goo. Okay, there is nothing there. It's just like, oh, I'm hurt. I'm hit. And she was forced to jump away as the spear threw more tentacles at her like octopus arms. Yes, octopus arms. It's damage. I'm gonna say octopus arms. You know, squids have tentacles. And they have like the octopus arms, including an octopus. Oh boy, she looked down at her legs. They have been pierced by black stakes. Oh man. Yeah, and it hurts. This is not good for Naomi. She is crying out in pain and she desperately whacks away the incoming tentacles, the octopus arms, and roll away from another set of stakes coming from the ground, and it hurts. Oh man. Oh no. In desperation, she threw her fan once again at the spear. She somehow managed to hit it, making another hole in its body. It's like, but it didn't wither or die. It just didn't. It wrapped its tentacles around her arms. It's like, I got you. I'm like the King Kong type of person, and but she needs to get out. Its single red eye is glaring at her with malevolent intent. She can feel something she never felt before in her entire life. Terror and fear for her life, despair at the thought of being destroyed or killed before realizing that her dreams at such a young age. Oh no! So with great force, she managed to break out her binding, the binding, and at the last moment, she managed to create another fan and put it in front of her, just as the giant spear shot a laser at her. Ouch! She closed her eyes. Is this the end? Not so, Naomi! I arrived to see Naomi facing against what looks like to be a heavily damaged giant bug, but it looks different, spherical and with a single red eye. No, that doesn't matter at the moment. I need to save her, even if it means doing this again to fight off against Soul's army. Naomi, are you alright? I'm glad you're okay for now. Naomi! I rushed over to her, but before I could, I am rushed by numerous tentacles, which is the octopus arms. Using the rapier, cut them in numerous pieces before arriving at my fallen senpai. Curses! Her legs have been pierced and she is losing a lot. I'm not okay, because not to mention they are darkened, likely as an effect of being hurt by those things. Ouch, it's heavily damaged, and its actions are slow. I can also see numerous holes and craters on the alley. You fought hard, didn't you, senpai? I know you ladies can't say GIRL no more. Told me not to get in trouble. Okay, so yeah. But I can't stand by while this thing hurts my friend! I focus my energy on summoning one of my strongest healing units. Summon DJ Eve. Oh, definitely will work. I look again at Naomi. She seems better, but the holes in her legs are, have been healed without a single scar to show for it, but they are still purple, if not as much as before. That's a good sign, but since her essence was being attacked, as part of the soul was kind of erased, like how I got my essence was being hit on my left arm, which is being erased from reality. So trying to attack me while I'm distracted, aren't you? I quickly counterattack. Its tentacles now lay in pieces in the ground. I'm very angry right now. The sword in my arm starts to glow again. Time to destroy you for good! Summon Psychopath! Destroy that abomination! You want me to slice him up? Let me carry out your rage! The mad fighter dashes forward, appearing in front of the spear before it can much as react. Psycho attacks. Yeah, I know who he is. I'm not saying I don't. Rest in pieces, you monster! I look at the ground. I look around some more to make sure it's truly dead. Then I morph my sword back in ring form and take out my UGPS once again to confirm the space around here came back to normal. Nothing. It's dead for good. You did a great job in fighting it, Senpai. Crouched down next to her. She's still unconscious. What do I do now? For now, I need to take you somewhere safe, Senpai. I don't know how I would explain to your parents if I arrived with you looking like this, so I need to take you somewhere else. Namely, my home. Please forgive me, it may be a little awkward. I only have one good arm, so I'll have to carry her fireman style. Not romantic at all, but it's the only way I can carry her. I'll have to move at full speed and hope no one is able to see me. Don't worry, Senpai. I'll take care of you. I jumped up at the nearest rooftop to make way for my house. I try my best not to look at the flapping skirt on my right. Okay, so I just move forward. I don't look things, I just rather look forward. It's like, yeah, I am a fireman, so I'm a firefighter. Oh boy. Senpai! Naomi is currently lying on my bed. I decided to leave her there before her comfort. Made sure to place some comfy pillows under her bruised legs. Hello, Senpai. How are you feeling? Does she not remember, or she is still in shock? You had a run-in with the bugs. She looked at me with crying eyes, and I could see that she seemed both relieved and scared at the same time. She then pulled me in a forcible embrace, burying my face in my chest as she cried out. I wrapped my good arm around her in a comforting embrace. Oh my, I mean, at least like I said, I'm the Peter Venkman type of guy. But only younger. Senpai, it's okay, it's okay. That monster is not here anymore. You are safe. I made sure of that. It's okay. She kept crying on my chest for a while, but eventually, when a lady goes on a date and then it cries on a good movie and then stir herself to tears and it's alright. I got you right here. A date! Come on! But you know what I'm talking about. A simple, casual date. When you go take her out to the movies and we see a good movie and it's a romantic and a sad story and oh man, and then the drama thing. In the movie theaters. but eventually calmed herself down, still sniffling. I'm useless. It's what she seems to be thinking. No, Senpai, you are not. I placed my hand in her shoulder and make her look at me. You fought too, didn't you? You are stubborn and determined, Senpai. Don't sell yourself short. Then smile at her. Besides, your super cool Kohai managed to arrive in time to save the day. You are safe now. Face changed in a way that showed that she just now truly realized she is out of danger. I gently hold her hand, trying to see if my touch can calm her trembling hands. Yes, I did. I can imagine what some of those waifus wanted to marry me, if you would like to call it. But like I said, we stand together and building the community, because I don't want to go overboard, so I'm staying between, and I don't want to go firing a blazing, of course, but I would still stand together, and you know what I mean. Let's move on. You helped me save Ellie before. You can say we are now even, Senpai. She is still trembling, but it seems she is at least over the shock of almost dying. Yes, I couldn't really explain to your parents why am I carrying their wounded daughter now, can I? I'd likely get arrested. It's still 4:30. Sure, Senpai, I wouldn't mind at all. Can even stay the night, but that might be a little too much to say out loud. Naomi lets herself fall on my bed again, visibly relaxing, although she is still trembling until she get a hold of herself. You're welcome, Senpai. I'm glad I arrived in time. For the next few hours, I simply watched Naomi as she stared at the ceiling, holding her hand and paying attention to see if she needed anything. Oh boy, it was quite embarrassing to discover we fell asleep holding each other's hands. Thankfully, it wasn't very late when she woke up, and she seemed to at least be able to walk. I escorted her home since she still felt scared after what happened. Her uniform was surprisingly intact, even after the fight, although her socks had holes on them. Still, we managed to arrive to her house without arising suspicion, even from her parents, who seemed mostly exasperated that their daughter stayed late working again. Naomi was still feeling scared, even in the safety of her home, so she kept sending me text messages throughout the night, like every 2 to 5 minutes, and I actually felt good at her confiding her fear in me. I'm still feeling worried about her though, so I decided to spend the day tomorrow with her, even if it's just because I'm feeling protective right now. I was really scared when I discovered the red stain on the path that Naomi takes for her house, and when I asked the UGPS her location, it showed me that she somehow was on the other corner of the city. But I arrived in time, and by the gods, I arrived in time! I don't know what I would have done if I had lost her because I wasn't fast enough. But Naomi will be okay now, right? Right now, she really wants someone to talk to. So I kept responding to her text messages diligently, enjoying the conversation and the fact she is safe. Don't worry, Naomi. I'll keep you safe. That's the least I can do. And I do believe we are going to stop here for the time being. And don't you worry, we are going to continue to pick up from where we left off. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And tell me, what do you guys think of Gacha Memories, the visual novel? Do you like it or hate it? Mash that like button or share this video if you guys love this epic drama romanticized visual novel by Looney May, which is created by Looney May. This game is available on the Google and Apple store if it's still there, despite, and hopefully we want this community to grow. And please make sure your voice is heard right there, right now, because you have the power to change forever in the types of what the future is to come. Godspeed, play safe, and shalom. Remember to fight with honor, love, truth, and justice. And that is what it stands for. To stand for what? To stand to take back and fight back. And we must have our voice being heard on the comments. See you guys next time for more of Gacha Memories, the visual novel.